Are your boring free weight home workouts not getting the job done? Then stick around, guys, because I'm going to share with you how you can build more muscle using suspension straps today. Hey guys, what's up? Coach Frank here at The Compound, and in today's video, I'm going to walk you through 3 leg exercises to build more muscle, yes, using our brand new suspension straps, guys. So if you've been struggling to break through your training plateaus, you've been struggling to actually reach your full potential, in this video, I'm gonna walk you through these 3 exercises using these straps right here, and I'm gonna show you guys how actually adding some of these workouts is gonna allow you to get more out of your training. So one of the greatest benefits of using the straps here is that you're using your weight, your own body weight, as the resistance. And depending upon how you set yourself up in these straps, which I'm gonna show you guys in these videos and in the exercise breakdown, you can manipulate the strength curve. So when we look at every single exercise that we do, there's a curve at which the load is at its highest peak with putting tension and load through the muscle. And then there's other parts in the exercise where there's not as much load or not as much tension going through those muscles. So by manipulating the angle at which our body is actually using those straps, we're able to manipulate that strength curve, which is gonna allow us to get more out of some of these exercises. Why? So that's one of the greatest benefits you get out of using these straps, as well as not as much load and pressure going through your joints, not as much tension going through those parts in the tendons and within your muscles. So we're really able to focus in on dialing and training the muscle specifically. And it's one thing you guys have always heard me say here, muscle building comes from intention. It comes from the intention at which you're starting these exercises out. So everything that we're doing here today, as I'm gonna reemphasize in doing these exercise movements with you guys, I want you to think about what is this muscle doing while I'm performing these exercises. Not what is the exercise, but what is happening inside of the muscle. How are we challenging it? How are we putting tension? How are we putting load through that muscle? Because load and tension is the currency of muscle growth. If we can understand that concept, we can use these exercises, combining with what we're already doing, to break through any training plateau that we would potentially face, and actually at the end of the day, build our greatest body, so at the end of the day we can go on and live our greatest life. And by the way, if you don't have suspension straps, click down there in the first pinned comment below, guys. I'm gonna show you how you can get these straps, these same ones right here at half the price you would get of any other strap on the market right now. So click that first link down there, guys. Check that out. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so the first movement here with our suspension straps to train our legs is gonna be a squat. And I'm gonna give you 2 variations of a squat. I'm gonna give you a traditional, I guess what would be looked at as a body weight squat, and I'm giving you an advanced move, which would be a pistol squat, which is basically just gonna be a one-legged squat. So once you got your straps set up, guys, you just wanna grab the handles here with both hands. Once again, as we talked about, the straps at which these angles are is gonna dictate how much load is actually taken off of your body weight. So if I do a body weight squat here, obviously there's no load that's taken off, and I'm moving all of my weight. By having something to hold on, that's gonna take a little bit of that resistance off. So hold the straps at which you feel they need to be. So wherever you're challenging yourself the most, because at the end of the day, guys, if we're building muscle, we need to be challenging those muscles. So don't try to make this easy, try to make it as difficult as you possibly can while still keeping proper form. So I'm gonna hold these straps here in my hand. I'm gonna get a nice shoulder width stance apart. And what I'm looking to do, guys, is just break at the hips and knees together at the same time, simultaneously. So if I come a little bit closer and I hold this down here, that's gonna require me to be more of my own weight and load through the movement. If I go further back here, hold this up tight, it's gonna be less of my own weight that I'm using. So I wanna find a place here, once again, feet shoulder width apart, nice neutral stance, squatting, and I'm thinking about driving through my legs. So as I'm pushing up, I'm actually thinking about driving the floor away. So instead of trying to stand up from the bottom, think about pushing the floor away, almost simulating the floor as a leg press, guys. That's gonna keep tension on those quads and hamstrings the entire movement. So that's gonna be your basic, obviously, body weight squat. Now, if we wanna make it advanced, we're gonna do a one-leg pistol squat. Take your one leg. Same thing is applying out here, guys. So the entire movement, I'm thinking about driving the weight through the legs. I'm gonna switch here just to keep everything balanced. Drive up. Balance is key here, guys. One thing you can do with this leg to make it a little easier for you is you can cross it there. This will actually give your glute a really nice stretch down at the bottom. This leg that's crossed over the leg, as you get down to the bottom, that glute is being forced to stretch. So really nice movement, guys, to feel everything in those legs firing. So first movement here, using the suspension strap for your legs, guys. Squat, or do an advanced move using your pistol legs, using one leg, pistol squat. All right, guys, so our second movement here for our legs using our suspension straps. I'm gonna give you a couple different lunge variations. So everybody knows a lunge, it's a movement, you use one leg unilaterally. At the same time, we're gonna take that movement, modify it, tweak it to use our straps to help us through some of these strength curves. So once again, guys, I'm gonna grab the straps here at both hands. First lunge variation I'm gonna do is gonna do a step back lunge. So I'm gonna keep one leg planted here in the front and step back with the other, find my place, drive up through that front leg. Drive up, drive up, drive up. Make sure you switch, balance everything out. Really focus on keeping that front leg planted, driving through the heel the entire movement. Now my second variation, I'm gonna step back a little bit further. So instead of these coming up as I'm going down, these are gonna come down because I'm gonna be lunging forward. So I'm gonna, once again, pick one leg. I'm gonna start with my right leg, lunge forward, explode off of that front leg. Explode. So it's training the legs in the opposite direction as the way that you did in the reverse lunge. So with the reverse lunge, all the weight is being supported by the leg that isn't being moved. In the front lunge, everything is being exploded out of the leg that is moving. So you're training both parts of the leg simultaneously here. So I do the front one, finish off with my left, explode up through that heel as I drive to the top. And then our third lunge variation is gonna require a little bit of a setup. If you have a training partner to help you out with this, they really come in handy here. But I'm gonna put my back foot into our handle here. And then what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna get my front leg placed up, make sure you balance throughout this. And as you lunge back, you use that strap to guide the movement of that back leg. You're really gonna feel this really light up and fire those glutes for that working leg. Now just to keep everything balanced, guys, I am gonna finish off both sides of my body here. That's just how I operate. But obviously when you're training, it's gonna be a part of your workout. So get in place, guys. Balance is gonna be key. Down, a little wobbly there. All right, guys, there's the lunge variations. All right, guys, so for our third and final exercise here, using our suspension straps for our legs, we're gonna get you down on the floor. We're doing a hamstring curl. Very difficult, very challenging move. It's gonna require a little bit of your core to be involved, so really pay attention to the couple of cues that I give you guys here. So first thing we wanna do is we need to get our heels placed into our straps. Once again, guys, if you have partners, they come in very handy when you're doing these straps, but we obviously got them set up here today. Now what we're gonna do is we're obviously gonna lay down. First thing to do is you're gonna elevate your glutes and hamstrings off the ground. So everything is here at the top of your shoulder blades. Think about bringing those knees up. Now this is not a core, it's not a crunch, it's not a reverse crunch. You're thinking about pulling those legs to your body using your glutes and hamstrings. Legs off the ground, curling up. Guys, you're really gonna feel that stretch as you lengthen out coming from those hamstrings, guys. So short movement, doesn't require a lot of weight, obviously. There's no added weight to this. Finish your workout off with these guys. It's a great added tool to really blow up those hamstrings, really tie in those glutes and hamstrings, really bring everything popping there in the back, guys. All right, guys, so there you have it. Three exercises to blow up those legs using suspension straps. Now you may be asking, Frank, what am I gonna do? I don't have straps. Well, like I told you guys at the beginning, click that first link down there in the first pinned comment below. Pick up our Pro 3 Series suspension strap, guys, for 50% off of the price you would find anywhere else. So check them out there down, guys. Check out that first pinned comment below. But Coach Frank here at the compound, I love you guys. Keep crushing it, keep getting after it. We'll see you in the next video.